Hi, welcome back to Cogito Design. We've had so many questions about how the gameplay works and even more about how it came to be. So this devlog is for the mechanism nerds like me. I'm going to give you a taster about the mechanisms behind Machiavellian, our dark steampunk game of influence, corruption and power struggles in an alternate history Venice. It all started with two games, Ark Nova and Civilization: A New Dawn. We loved the mechanism they share, where you have a track of 5 cards that contain each action. The one in the far right space is the most powerful, and the one in the far left the least. After you take an action, it moves to the least powerful position, and all other actions become more powerful. And we loved this mechanism. Your actions change the game itself, and it pushes you to mix up your strategy and try everything the game has to offer. But the downside was that you mostly wanted to do the action in the 5th spot and only went lower when it was something you really needed to do. So we thought, what if the strongest actions weren't just the most powerful? What if they were also the most expensive? That's the spark that lit the core mechanism of Machiavellian. And this meant that space 1 in the row is also interesting, as it may be the least powerful, but that is mitigated by it being the cheapest, making all the action spaces viable and interesting options on your turn. So when you take an action, it slides to the bottom of the row, making it weaker and cheap, and the ones at the top, stronger but pricey. The other change we made to the mechanism was even bigger. Instead of each player having their own action row, we created a shared row. 1 action track, 5 cards, always shifting as every player would impact them. That single idea opened up a lot of interaction. Not directly aggressive, but always strategic. You're always watching what the other players are doing because their moves shape your choices, and on your turn, you're thinking about which action you are making more powerful for the next player and which you are dropping to the bottom of the track. And then we stumbled onto something unexpected. We were prototyping when we realised, because all the game's components were aligned into rows, we could layer bonus effects over them. So there's a little taster for what's to come in Machiavellian. More on the mechanisms coming soon, and in the meantime we'd really love to hear your thoughts. So drop a comment below and hit follow on the Gamefound and help us shape this world. Be back soon.